Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jacob from Grimes and Sons Garage. Right here back in the van, and this week we're going to talk about flashlights. Stick with me and we'll get on with this. Alright guys, so this week we're going to be talking about flashlights and kind of the flashlights I chose. Oh, tripod fell. Kind of the flashlights I chose, why, and just kind of the situation. So I'm going to start off with some starter flashlights that I got. This was a purchase I got off of Academy Sports. Let's see if y'all can see that. This is Eye Protect Pro Source Angle HL20K. I can't remember. I think it's, yeah, I'm gonna say it's maybe 200 lumens. It's got a high, low, and a flashing. It's got a magnetic base. The head rotates to give you a 90-degree angle. And so you see, if you stuck that on a piece of metal, magnetized, you've got a pretty good wide variety of places you can put that. It's got a little belt clip. I usually kept it on the side of my pants. This one is rechargeable. It does have a battery. You can take out the back. You probably put a battery in it, but with the charging mode, I think it's just easier to leave it like that. This head right here, the little cap, the silver piece, you can see it right there. The silver piece unscrews and leaves the lens, so you can take it off and clean it. Unless you really jack that thing on there, it comes off quite easy, and I don't like that. But this is a work light. You can see it's pretty worn out. It's still a good light. I'm gonna keep it on for a spare, or if somebody needs it, or if I need to set it up for a specialty situation, I'm gonna keep it. As far as headlamps, I've had the Recharge or Duracell, all the normal like Dollar General flashlight or headlamps. I like this one because you press the button to the left, see how it lights up blue, and it's motion censored, so you can, I want to say, it ain't working. Anyway, you saw it. It kind of comes on. And what I thought was cool about it is because I could have it on and hit my forehead or hit the light. It'd shut off, turn around, talk to the customer, and I can turn around and turn it back on real quick without having to press through a whole bunch of different modes. Because this one, press a button and it's on high. You got a low, flash, and it's just annoying. I don't like flipping through all the different deals. I like it when I turn it on. If it sits there for a little bit, it'll go right, like if I click it again, it comes right off. So I don't like flipping through all the different modes. Like this one kind of has me forced to do that, but it's a little push button. It's right here. I can see it. When you're fumbling around trying to find the right button and do whatever, I don't like it. This one is battery powered. I want to say it takes 3 AA's. Pretty common, 3 AA's. It's got a headband strap. Dusty, you see all the dust coming off that? God bless. These are starters or something to keep around for spare if you really just come into a situation where you lost your good stuff. This one is actually a pretty good light. I'd recommend it. This one I've got off Amazon. It's a Supfire. If you really want it, it's HLO or HL06-A is a part number on that one. I wouldn't recommend it. It's just a cheap little gimmick light. It'd be like a good giveaway light. So these are what I started off with. The only other light I would recommend is get you like a floodlight, a little access service light. This one is a Zero Dark. Part number doesn't have one. Only has high. I like it for that. situation. It's got a little hook. It's got little magnets on the bottom, and it rotates like this. And it's alright. It does decent. But remember what I talked about last week on leveling up your tools. Kind of get to that situation where got copper poking me in the back. Where you start off with good, trying to save money, but when you get the money, you want to get something worth it. That's just how it is. And so now we're going to talk about the more expensive lights that I have and what their use is. So I want to start off with this one. It's brand spanking new to me. If we turn it off, you see pretty dark in here. This is a Klein floodlight. Let's see if I can find the part number now that I'm blind. 0A21T-A1. Either that or it's a 56403. Battery on it's 320. I can't see because I blinded myself. 3,250 milliamp hour. It's a Klein tools. Anything Klein is robust, really good tool. When you turn it on, it has a glow-in-the-dark ring, so if the battery dies, you drop it, or if you have it off and you drop it in some cellulose or something, you can see it. I do not know if this thing is IPA rated for water and dust. Not seeing anything, so probably it may be protected itself some dust, kind of like all Klein's tools. But the cool thing about this one is it's also a battery pack, so you can plug in a USB into it. See, now we're going off that little light I started off with, and it's not too bright in here now. It's got a battery indicator right there, kind of like the big Klein speakers do. We'll have to do a video over that. I've got one of them. I love that thing. You've got a pedestal it can sit on. It swivels 360. It's got a carabiner if you have to hook it onto a rope or a cable or something, or on the side of your bag like I do. It's got magnets. Pretty good. And so like right now I just have it kind of at a 45, and we can look at the battery indicator now. See, if I press the button, you can see how it lights up. Yep. So there's high, low, and I thought I had a flash. High, medium. Yeah, I guess it's just a high and a low. I like that. I thought I had a flashing at one. So I'm just taking it, putting it right there, giving me some floodlight. Alright. One thing I want to talk about real quick before we move on to the next one is battery versus rechargeable. Rechargeable is great. Cuts down on waste. You don't have to always carry around batteries that fit. AAAs are hard to come by where I'm at just because supplies don't carry them and they're expensive. After about 4 or 5 sets, you're like, some money dropping right there. So what you need to weigh in is length of run time with, I guess, convenience. So like if you're doing service and your max service is an hour or two, and you have a drive time pretty good between all of them, I would get a rechargeable. Usually they can put out more luminas. And that's another thing, the more luminas you have, quicker it's going to burn up a battery. So that's something to take consideration. So this is I think I've showed it in my loadout series, but this is a Pelican 2760. I think it's 400 lumina, maybe a little bit less, 350. It's pretty good light. I like this one. It's waterproof. It takes 3 AAA batteries. It's got a little gasket around where the batteries go. It's pretty good light. I like it. Headband's adjustable. I don't like how headbands, after a little while, they get kind of nasty looking and scrunched up. They don't, after a while, they wear out, which I guess is part of a headband. But good stuff. I like it. This is my install one, just because when it goes dead, because I run it on high on installs, I got to be able to see pretty defined on whatever I got to see. So after it goes dead, I just saw new batteries in it. And another thing to think about it, rechargeable, the battery, is most of your rechargeable ones have lithium-ion batteries. Maybe have a nickel metal hydride. If you want to look into those, you can. I'm not going to explain them. But those batteries have to work off of a ECM, or not ECM, but a kind of a board that controls voltage to them. And so it reads off of probably an amp draw or a current draw. And the board shows that the voltage is here, the voltage is here, the voltage is here, and the amp draw is falling right behind it. And then when it sees that battery drop off, it leaves the amp draw the same, so you have the same amount of lumens, the same brightness. When it reaches a certain low point of voltages, so say it runs at an average of, I don't know what most of them are, let's just go off of say 4 volts, and it's 300 lumens, and it sees voltages of 4 volts, 4 volts, 4.2, 4 volts, and it goes to a 3.9 and a 3.8, a 3.7. We're starting to drop voltages. 3.6, 3.5. All right, it knows it's starting to get low. And say it has a max cutoff of 3.2 volts, and that lasts you 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever it be. Once it sees 3.2 volts, it cuts it off because it doesn't want to drain that battery completely dry. If you drain it completely dry, when you charge it, the cells in them will not charge evenly, and it'll cause a significant issue that could be dangerous. So most of them have a board to protect themselves. With a AAA battery setup, goes dead, throw you out, and go some new ones. No danger there. But on the flip side of that, say I use this for I use it on 8 hours. That's running it full blast on an install, and I leave it lunch, go eat, come back, run it full blast until the end of the day. Not counting the little times I come out the truck and headlamps still on or whatever. AAAs, they're going to have almost no boards, only a little board to control the function it's running and the switch to turn it on and off. They're going to see it starting to decrease in voltage, and it's going to start, it's consequently going to start dimming your light. It's going to run full blast until it can't no more, then it's going to start dimming off. And by a full day, you're going to start noticing my light's not as bright as it was this morning. So that's something about rechargeable to battery is ease of recharge, because rechargeable you're going to at least take an hour most of the time, at least, unless it's a really big one. That clone would probably take 3 to 4 hours probably. How many lumens you run it on? Do you run it on high? Do you run it on low? Run on medium? That's something to think about. And your light's going to peter off. Eventually, it's going to just shut off. So, and leave you in the dark up in the attic. So, that's battery to rechargeable. What I'm going to talk about. Oh, I'm going to get right in y'all's face. This little sweet light we probably saw on another loadout. This is a Nebo Micro. This I know is a 400 lumens because it's pretty recent to me. You can hear the rain really coming down. This has 2 setups. You can either put it on a headband, or you can have it clipped on the bill of your hat, or maybe a shirt pocket or whatever. But it folds almost completely flat, so you can look at something pretty low if you had it on your bill of your hat. But this is rechargeable. It's got a high, medium, low, a green, and a red. So red, I would assume, would be like in low lit conditions. You don't want to ruin your night vision, so you run red. Most maps at night are red, so maybe it's not specifically meant for trades or made for like just normal backpackers who use maps and stuff at night. And the green, I assume, is for the same thing, but trades wise, you're just trying not to ruin your night vision. If it goes dead and has that, it doesn't ruin your night vision. You can still see pretty good in the night. I keep this one on charge pretty much all the time. I used to keep these two. Would be a pretty good like little combo setup. Keep both of them on charge. They both use the same little what I would call an Android charger, Samsung charger. Pretty good. Speaking of pin lights, this is now my new backup for my Nebo or my Pelican, depending on what I'm doing. Streamlight Stylus Pro. Says SN or S/N. I'm assuming that's like a system number. 512505-2, and then there's a space, and then maybe this is the social or the actual part number is 1220. Takes 2 AAAs. Again, AAA is kind of hard to come by, but eventually for 2 you can get pretty good. I think this is 150 lumens, so it's not super bright, but it's good for when you have nothing else. They sell this at a supply house. It was on sale, so I picked it up. And I like it. Comes in this little sheath. I hardly ever keep it in the sheath. I just keep it in my pocket, in the little side pocket of my Dickies blue jeans. Good backup. Always carry a backup for flashlights. And the floodlight's good for like working. Alright, the only other light I'm going to talk about at the moment that I can think of, other than like, Hot Sticks have a flashlight. Let's see if I can get it. I'm going to get in y'all's face again. This FLIR I carry has a little flashlight on it. And it's a little dinky, I think. I use it for a hot stick, not a flashlight. UV light for dye and refrigerant. You just put UV dye in a system. I was going to see if I had anything like really UV fluorescent. Anyway, you just put that in your system, and wherever you have a leak, when you show this over it, it'll show that there's a leak there. You'll see UV dye residue, and it'll shine real bright, kind of like white teeth or something in a party when you have black lights. Basically, black light. This is made by Yellow Jacket. I inherited this, so I don't know how much this cost. Yellow Jacket, $69,790. Micro UV LED 3 UV 2 Blue USA is what it says on it. So it's probably caution, do not shine your eyes. I like this one. I hardly ever use it. I don't usually use UV dye, but when I can do, this is good to have because there's not a whole lot else lights that can do that. But yeah, that's the video for this week. We covered lights, and so some key points I want y'all to remember when buying headlamps for trades. Start off, if you want the best, go for the best, whatever you can afford. If you can't, start off simple, little lights that they carry, because eventually you're going to end up hitting it real hard and breaking it. It's good to replace a cheap one, not an expensive one. Battery rechargeable. Battery, your benefits are pretty bright usually. They're usually lighter, and you can charge them up when you're not using them. Pretty convenient, not having to worry about changing batteries or buying multiple batteries over and over again. Some benefits of, it runs at max until it reaches a certain voltage and then it shuts off. That's pretty good. It runs full blown all the time. Some good things about batteries. No recharge time. You change batteries, you're done. They're usually cheaper. They run longer, just as it'll peter off instead of just reaching a spot and dropping off no light. So I would keep a backup light. Backups are always good. Same thing with meters. I've got 2 meters. One's a backup mainly. The other one's a service light or a service meter. So keep you a headlamp. Keep you a service lamp, in my opinion. That's light, easy to grab, small. And then grab you a pin light of some sort from whatever brand you like. And with those situations, I think you're not going to come into a situation where you need more light. This Klein light, big floodlight, is a really good light. I mean, you can see. I mean, that's just going off that little bitty one. If I turn it off, hardly nothing. And then this guy's got a bunch of light. Be like a dang photographer in here, got backlit and everything. Anyway, guys, we're gonna get off here and get back to work. It's a rainy day on a Saturday, but we're gonna keep on rolling. Catch y'all guys in the next one.